cookie buttered up.
I'm getting cookie buttered up. Butter me up.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording. I'm Tamara.
I'm Rel.
And this is Fearful Friends Podcast.
It sure is. And you know what else?
What?
I want a hippopotamus. You got that fucking song stuck in my head earlier.
And
I'm so mad at you. And I'm like, watching it, I'm just like, why is she crying? These dogs are cute. But I guess that's why you're crying.
Because they have such stupid, ugly faces.
What a stupid song, though.
I want a pitapotamus for Christmas?
Yeah.
They got adopted for that song. Wow. They're so stupid. Look at their stupid little pit bull faces.
You should get one.
I have one.
Get another.
Yeah.
Humane Society by us has like 3 little baby black chihuahuas, and I want them. I know. I couldn't be a chihuahua mom.
No.
I think. Seems like they're a lot of work.
It looks like you're into it.
It's literally sitting here with a little bitch on my lap.
Your dogs are very needy.
They're extremely needy. I don't have anything else to give another dog. So what I keep telling Matt, he wants to get a 3rd dog, and I'm like, I have nothing else.
Oh, you do?
All my love is being poured into these little bastards that don't give a damn if I live or die.
You just need to get a low maintenance dog. Literally,
when we take low maintenance.
No, he's not. When we take her dogs for walks, she won't let me hold one of their leash. This dog is 10 fucking pounds. She's afraid I'm gonna let it go. It's gonna run away from me.
She has the force. She has the pulling power of a 100-pound Great Dane.
No, she doesn't.
Even fucking kidding. This bitch has like almost dislocated my shoulder. The way that she just like takes off into a running sprint, she will literally wait till you're not paying attention. She knows exactly when. She'll wait till you're not paying attention. She'll get as close to you as possible so that she can have as much like, oops, bonked her in the head, so that she can have as much like speed as possible till she gets to the end of her end of her retractable leash, and then she's just hoping for it to break one day.
It's because you have a retractable leash. I try to tell her every time. Do you know
how many turtles I have in my yard?
What does that have to do with anything?
I have to keep her on a leash.
I know, you can put her on a regular leash.
But then I have to walk a lot more.
Anyway, I try to tell her every time that I get it. I get my arm ripped off every time. But my dog has never gotten away from me, ever.
She's very sneaky.
So is mine.
Okay. I feel like your dog's so tame, though.
Not when she sees other dogs. She hops like a bunny and then like tries to run away from me. It's so cute. Like she's showing off.
Cute. She's doing the pony thing.
Yeah.
This one has started barking at birds now. That's her new fucking thing. Whenever a gaggle of birds flies over, she acts like it's like Independence Day and freaks the fuck out, and she just like bolts. I mean, yesterday I was carrying her while I was waiting for Murphy to poo, and she just like bolted out of my arms and dropped 4 feet onto the ground. Like, just to chase some fucking birds that she would never catch in a million years.
My 1.5-year-old niece does the same thing.
Why? A baby barks?
She doesn't
birds?
Bark. She like no. She sees birds up in the sky when we're outside. She gets very excited. Just like your dog.
I just don't get it. It's very stupid. You're very, very stupid. I love you and you're so adorable, but not the smartest book in the... What's the word? What's the phrase?
Library?
Sure. Where do you read books? I have a smut room.
It's your living room.
It was literally my living room today. I was telling her, Campfire. I've found the perfect campfire like YouTube to watch. It's like 3 hours long, and it's got the perfect amount of crackle and the perfect amount of wilderness noises. And it's like foggy in the forest next to a creek with a campfire going, and there's moss everywhere. There's no random music. There's no random animals noises that scare me.
Random
like a cat meowing, and I'm just like, ugh, where's that from? I was watching this one Netflix has one, and it's like cool because it's spooky. It's like at night in the forest, whatever, campfire. But they have like music that goes along with it, and I thought it was like just gonna be classical, and then like I'm sitting there and it's nighttime,
and like Soldier Boy.
No, it started playing like the spookiest fucking music ever, like Jaws style, like bada, 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 and I was just like. Is like something gonna jump out of the forest at me because I'm just trying to read right now. It's so scary. So now I gotta look for ones with no music, but I found it. Y'all should look for it too. It's great.
Oh, sorry, I punched the microphone.
Just lay down flat in my chair and read my fairy books.
Your Smut magazine.
Actually, this one doesn't have any smut in it.
That's incredibly boring.
The next book, though, in the series is supposed to be hot, hot, hot. I'm very excited about it.
Thank you for my snack.
You're welcome. I always give you snacks whenever you come over.
Yeah.
It's the only way to tame the beast within.
Yeah. It's the only way to make this roly-poly bitch happy.
She's roly-poly-oly. She's on, what's the song? Small and short and round.
So fucking accurate.
Do you remember that movie?
Yes.
That show?
Yes.
I tried to sing that to my niece because her name is very similar. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I was singing it to her and I like put her name in it and she's just like, I'm not roly-poly. I don't like that.
Okay.
I'm not baby. Okay. Roly-poly. All right.
Embrace it.
Embrace your destiny. Oh, my back.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right, Grandma.
You know, I'm just embracing it, man. When was the last time you came over and saw me wear pants? I mean, I'm wearing pants now, but real pants. Not sweatpants.
Oh, I understand. I'm like, yeah,
right now.
You're usually naked.
I'm wearing my Batman pants. I got my Texas Chainsaw Massacre Snuggie socks on.
How are you not sweaty?
I'm very warm, especially now that I started drinking this old fashioned. It's really heating me up from the inside out.
And you have a dog on your lap.
She is 1,000,000 degrees. She's burning up.
And she's licking your nipple.
No, she's licking my fucking wrist. She's not that demented.
Sure.
There's nothing fun on my shirt. I haven't eaten on this shirt yet.
So, what did you just do?
Just tried to eat her nose.
Okay. Have you killed any old women?
Old
at
women?
At work?
I don't associate with the rabble anymore.
Must be nice.
I hear stories. But no, now instead of like dealing with the dramas of the outside world, I'm just like fully immersed in the dramas of the internal affairs. It's like really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
My coworkers are all fucking just like so lazy and messy and like inconsiderate, like all the time. Like I'll like literally sweep up a pile of like just shit left over from the previous day's produce truck, and then they'll come over and like throw something in the garbage and dump a bunch of shit on the floor and just like walk away and be like, bye. And then like if I'm not like, we have to keep our door to the compactor like locked all the time. If I'm not there to unlock it, which I'm 95% of the day, I'm right there. You could just be like, hey, come get this door for me. They just fucking leave their trash on the floor. Fish guts, meat, whatever. Just like fucking leave your trash on the floor. Cool. It's fun for me to touch. I hate it. It's gross. And whatever.
Don't get her started.
I just like, now, like, instead of dealing with, like, customers that are entitled and, like, messy, I just deal with my coworkers who are entitled and messy. Okay. It's just very annoying. But I can't fucking say anything because I just keep getting told to stay in my lane. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I never stay in my lane.
Oh, no. I told them when I find a new job, like, I'm going to start looking in the new year. I'm over it. I'm done. And when I do find a new job, I'm going to light this bitch up. I'm gonna fucking have to sit down with the DM and tell him what for. Sorry.
She's gonna
3 sips of bourbon and I am on fire.
Pull out your manifesto. We have to deal with literal shit. So
Did somebody else poop in your lobby?
same guy.
Same guy pooped in your lobby again?
Yep, it's the same homeless guy.
Starting to feel on purpose.
Nope, he just cannot take care of himself.
Poop once in a lobby, shame on you. Poop twice. He's a terrorist.
He's pissed and pooped and leaked in our lobby.
Why are you letting
like
him in
8
there?
times.
Does he have a bank account?
Yeah, he does. And he's got more money in his bank account than I do, which is...
A homeless man who shits on your floor. That's saying something. I think you also need to find a new job. I think you need to start panhandling.
Right? No, he gets Social Security and whatever, fun.
Oh, yes. This is the guy you told me that like people take advantage of him.
Yeah.
So who had to clean it up this time?
Well, thankfully it was just on one of our chairs. So we just
Please tell me you fucking threw away the chair.
Yeah, we just put a garbage bag over it and put it outside, and
You just
it was gone the next day.
gleeked shit on your chair.
It was like, we're assuming it's poop. It was liquid and brown.
Did it smell?
He smelled
like poop.
He smelled so bad. I couldn't help him. I really tried because, like, at the end of the day, he's also a human, and like I just try to be kind to him. But like,
well, I mean, like, what do you say? Like, at a certain point, it does start to like, it's affecting your business.
Yeah,
right.
We have to throw away furniture.
Yeah.
Not
and
my
I'm
fucking
sure
call.
It's turning away customers because they're like, well, if there's poop on furniture in this place, I'm not going to bank here anymore. I draw the line at urine. Am I yelling? I feel like I'm yelling.
Yeah.
Is it too loud?
No. Anyway, that's what we deal with.
Speaking of panhandling, though, like, have you noticed? Well, actually, you probably haven't because you don't live up my way. But like when you go to Miami, it seems like on like every other street corner, there's like somebody selling roses.
Mm-hmm.
Even like it's not Mother's Day, it's just like a regular fucking Wednesday, and they're like always there selling roses. We're getting a lot of that up here now, and I'm very like worried about it because the traffic. I know the traffic. Oh my god, she's talking about the traffic again. But the traffic is getting to the point where it's fucking Miami up in this bitch, and now they're selling roses on street corners, and I don't know where I am. Have I been transported to hell?
I mean, I don't see that up in my area, but like, I have like a whole new staff where I work at. I'm like literally the last person, except for me and Judith, which we'll get to her later.
Oh, you have another story about Judy?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you told me about her already.
I don't know. But
it was like an hour ago.
Every new person, and they're not new to banking, they're just like new in this area. Like everyone at my branch, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with your clients? They are unhinged and crazy and weird and stupid.
That's how I feel about the people that shop at our store.
It's like, they're all like, I've never had clients that are this
entitled and like just fucking like common sense has escaped them for so long.
Entitled,
non-tech savvy, like,
and just like,
okay, go sit with Tamara.
The like crazy bus dropped a load off again. Let's deal with this for an hour. Like they come in and they like want to open accounts and they don't have IDs and like weird shit.
I'm always over prepared when I go to the bank.
I know, right?
I always have like 4 weeks worth of pay stubs and like my social security card just in case.
No, these people are so ridiculous. Like,
why do I need to prove who I am?
Weird.
Just open my bank account. Yes, my name is Fernando.
Anyway,
tell me about Judith.
She's stupid. Fucking hate her. I really fucking hate her.
Tamara, have you thought about transferring to a different bank?
Yes, but not until after I have this baby and I can come back from maternity leave because I have 19 weeks paid off.
But if you transfer to a different location of the same bank?
Oh, I
could
don't
you
want
keep
to
your...
move. No.
Oh.
No, not a different branch.
You're just going to start looking for a different bank altogether.
Yeah, because that's like the only way to make money in like any industry is like company hopping. Otherwise, you have to, like, I don't know, gobble someone's knob just to get a fucking promotion.
Wow, gross. Gobble someone's knob. That's disgusting.
I don't know how else anybody else gets a fucking promotion, because it's like, once you get into a job, like, in order to apply for a promotion, they look at, like, everything that you have, and they're like, you have to be, like, all of your yearly reviews have to be like, oh, exceeds expectation. But then they come in, they're like, well, you know, since our branch didn't do this number, nobody gets exceed expectations, so you all have to be meets expectations. Like, okay, well then I can't get a raise because you're all gonna look at that. Like, it's just the stupidest fucking shit. So yes, the only way
how
to
does
make
anyone
money,
get a promotion? Do they do outside hiring?
sucking dick. I don't fucking know. Knowing who the fuck you know. Yes. And, you know, like, every company's like, oh, we hire from within and we promote from within. No.
That's some bullshit, though,
Yeah.
because, like, at my store, like, we have a guy who, he works in the produce department, and he's not, like, the lowest level employee. He's, like, I would say just under the assistant produce manager.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to apply for the produce manager job at another store because he actually got hired from another health food store. He was a produce manager at that store. He has the experience. He can jump right into the role. And they told him, oh, no, you have to go through all the channels. You have to first be this position. Then you have to be this position. Then you have to be assistant. Then you have to be a produce manager and have some experience under their belt. And then come to find out, they did an outside hire on some fucking rando. And, you know, they got the role over him, even though he has all that experience and the experience of being with the company for 6 months. Like, yeah, it's just some fucking dumb bureaucratic bullshit.
And it is what it is. And it's all companies. And I'm not mad about it. It's just,
we are kind of mad about it.
I mean,
I'm kind of mad about it.
I'm over it. How about that? It's just like the game you have to play. Like, instead of like, okay, now you're in this business, you're in the company, and now you have to work the system, climb the ladder, take the appropriate steps. Whereas, like, you could just go with a resume and be like,
exactly,
I have experience.
Well, I'm an outside hire, and I'm gonna go apply for this because they're gonna give me more money because of my experience. Mm-hmm. You know,
it's whatever. It is what it is. So, yeah. No.
Meanwhile, like, I'm just gonna say this, and then, like, meanwhile, like, this guy's trying to get this job. We have an assistant bakery manager position available. This guy applied for that, interviewed for it, whatever. And they told him, like, oh yeah, you're like a sure, whatever, you have the manager experience, you can run a team, all this other stuff. He's got all this stuff under his belt. They hired someone from a store on the other side of the country. He was moving to Florida for some reason. He was late to his interview by like 3 hours. His first day, they hired this guy. He did have the experience. He was just transferring from another store. Mm-hmm. They neglected to even call the store for a reference. And if they had, they would have realized that he had tardiness issues like all the time. Like constant. Hours and hours late. Yeah. Call outs, no call, no shows, all that. So like his first day, he was 5 hours late to work. His second day, he was a no call, no show. His third day, he called and said he was going to be running late, and then he never showed up. And I'm just like, okay, so these are the people that you're bringing in from when we clearly have people ready to put in role, but you won't fucking do it because you have to go through the proper channels. It's just such fucking bullshit. It's just because they don't like people. They don't like certain people, so they don't want to promote them, so they just make up stupid fucking excuses. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
Meanwhile, Judy still has a job, and
fucking Judy! I couldn't work with someone like that. I don't even fucking know the bitch.
Like, my coworkers are like, I don't know how you do this every day. And like, again, they're like all new. So they're like, you've done this for 2 years. And I'm like,
how have you not snapped, especially with this pregnancy?
And luckily, she can't hear very well because I say the meanest fucking shit to her. Like, I mean, I'm 5 feet a fucking away from her all day long. Like, I look over at a client and I was like, save me.
She probably goes home and cries every
She
single
does
day.
not. You know what she does? She goes home and drinks and texts me. Okay? That's what she does. And I'm like,
does she drunk text you?
Yes.
Oh my God, what is she saying? Tamara, come into Chili's with us. Ow.
It's mostly just about what she's drinking.
What is she drinking?
Rum and Cokes mostly.
Gross. Oh, Judy.
She brought in a picture of her when she was pregnant in like the fucking 70s.
She's like, I had a rum and coke in that picture too.
She was literally sitting at a bar with a drink in her hand. I was like, what were you drinking, Judy? And she's like, I don't know. So I had some cocktail. And I was like, you better not have had some cocktail. She's like, oh, no. It was probably just club soda. I was very, very good. And meanwhile, there's a bottle of vodka like right by her knee.
God.
And anyway, this picture is just...
How far along was she though? Maybe
very,
before she found out.
Huge.
Oh, God.
It was huge. And it was just a crotch shot of her in a bikini. And I'm like, ma'am, please go show that.
Why is she showing you that?
To everybody else.
That is so inappropriate. And Tamara, if you really wanted to get rid of Judy, you could have reported her for that. You could have said, she made me very uncomfortable. It would have been really easy to do.
Yeah, but then everyone else has to see the picture.
Oh, so you're a martyr? You're saving everyone else from having to see
I
the
made
picture
her
of Judy
show-
in her bikini?
I made
I
her
bet
show
she looked
everyone
great
else.
back in the day.
She looked like it was the 1970s.
Yeah. Pussies in the air. Tan. Everywhere.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Oh. The other day, she was standing over by our safe deposit thing, and she's like, it's awfully dark. One of these lights is not coming on. And she just kept going on and on about it.
Sounds just like me.
She just kept going on and on about it. And I was like, yeah. And I'm like trying to help a client. And she keeps opening the door and telling me the lights are not fucking working. And then I walked over.
Aren't they supposed to be
I walked
motion
over
sensor
to her
open,
in
close?
front of her face and flicked the light switch on and was like,
I want to take a video of your facial expression. I've never seen this demon emerge from your body.
that's the face that she gets every single day. And I still have a job. And she still has a job. I don't know why. I don't know how.
She didn't try the light switch.
No.
Oh, that's really funny. I bet she's the girl that calls, Comcast and says, my internet's not working. And then they say, did you plug it in? And she's like, oh, silly me.
No, she's like, I don't have plugs. And then the guy gets there and he plugs it in. And she's like, that's what I was doing the whole time. And he's like, but you said you don't have plugs. That's her.
Did I tell you about that time I fucked up with Comcast?
No.
I was that asshole one time. It was so bad. So I actually think it was when we moved here, or maybe it was the last place we lived, but I went to go set everything up and we couldn't get our internet working. And like, I'm, he wasn't around. So I just had to fucking figure it out. I'm not a tech person at all. I'm plugging things into where I think they need to go. I'm matching the shapes of the plugs up because I don't fucking know. And I couldn't get anything to work. And it's like, I'm trying to do the chat thing because it's so fucking hard to like call this place and actually get any answers from them. The chat thing is like useless. So then I end up calling and like talking for like half an hour just to get somebody to come out and look at this. And they're like, well, we're going to charge you $90 for a visit. And I'm just like,
why? I just want to use your service. I don't understand that.
I can't. There's something wrong with there's something wrong with this. There's something defective. It's not working. Everything's plugged in. I'm not stupid. I plugged it in. The first question they ask when I call them, did you plug it in? Yes, I'm not stupid. I did it. And then the guy gets here and he's just like, whoa, you had this cable plugged into the HDMI thing and actually needs to go here. And I'm like, fuck. God damn it. I am literally that person. No, I didn't plug it in apparently. I plugged it into the wrong thing because the thing looked different.
I don't understand why Comcast does that.
I've never had like, set it up yourself or pay us $90 to set it up. And it's like, okay, you want me to pay $90 for you to set up this thing, and then you're going to charge me $250 a month for some. I wish that we hadn't gotten our security system through Comcast because now we're fucking locked in. Now the damn thing's paid off. And we're just locked in because now it's that bundle. They get you with the bundles. Oh, you're going to save so much money with the bundle. And now if we take off the security system, we're going to be paying even more.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, hey, every time we go in, like every other year, what can we do to save money? Can we cancel this? Can we get rid of some channels? Oh, no, if you do that, you're going to be paying $80 more. But if you sign up for this service, you'll get $100 off what you're currently paying. You just have to come back in 2 years and renew or whatever, or sign up with another thing. I have a fucking home. I have a landline that I don't use because it's cheaper to have a landline I don't use. I have 2 cell phone lines with Comcast that I don't use. I don't even have phones for them because it was cheaper to just have them.
Oh, Comcast is such trash.
Like, I want good Wi-Fi. I don't even want fucking TV, but I want him to be able to watch his sports. But the fucking annoying thing is like you have to pay for the whole package to be able to log into any of these apps that we have. I'm getting worked up now. I'm so sick of the streaming services. I'm so sick of all the apps that we have to watch all of our various things. I'm sick of everything. It's all an extra charge. I'm just bleeding money out here, just trying to watch my shows.
Oh, yeah. Must suck having to pay bills. I don't do that.
I mean, you do. You just give your money to your husband, and then he has to be the one to stress out about it. He's like me.
Yeah, I know.
He's over here like, what am I gonna do?
But also, like, because if it were up to me, I'd be like, I can
cancel it all.
Yeah. I just need the simplest Wi-Fi. I need my phone to work. That's it.
We need good Wi-Fi because we stream a lot. I need to have my fireplace sounds.
Yeah. I don't even know who our internet provider is at home.
Probably Comcast.
No, it's not. I know it's not Comcast. I know we got rid of that.
It's got to be AT&T because nothing else out here.
Probably. Are you ready for my story?
I think so. I might want another drink.
Okay, we can pause.
Okay. Girlie has a story for me, but she has food in her mouth.
So, this one's going to be a two-parter.
A two-parter.
Yeah. Because the first is going to be like, I'm going to tell you what happened. And then the next part is a little investigation. And then it gets spooky.
Oh, is this a haunting?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, at the end, there is some haunted stuff.
Oh, I already know what it is.
No, you don't. I'd like to hear your guesses, though. My nose is itching.
Can I have a hint?
No.
What state is it in?
Florida.
Give me another guess. Give me another hint.
No.
What county is it in? What city?
Miami.
Yep, I got nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. So.
What the motherfuck is that?
The planet Jupiter is ideally placed for observation tonight, in case you needed
Chimera,
to know.
ever since that one night that you came over during that campfire, I have not stopped looking at Jupiter.
I know.
The whole time I thought it was the North Star.
Well, I found out that the Little Dipper was not what I thought was the Little Dipper, and the North Star is in the Little Dipper or the Big Dipper. They are like...
I think it's in the Big Dipper, because the Little Dipper is very little. It's very hard to see if you're like not...
I don't think it's very little.
I mean, I can see it.
That's not
I can
it.
point.
It's.
I can point the Little Dipper out to you. I'm just pointing randomly. Don't. I don't even know where the ocean is. Okay, so I'm just pointing randomly. But I see it every night.
I promise that is not it. That little cluster of stars, it looks like a dipper.
It is the Little Dipper.
It's not. I promise.
$20.
Okay.
All right.
Should we pause this?
No. Hopefully it's not cloudy later, and then I can prove you wrong.
The fans need to know who's right.
They will find out in part 2.
Okay.
It'll be
exactly
an exciting
You're right.
continuation of the saga.
Come back. I'm right. Okay. What if we're both right? Then am I wrong?
If we're both right? Why would you be wrong if we're both right?
Because I think I know where the Little Dipper is.
We were right about what the Little Dipper is.
No. I was showing
the thing we pointed out was the
No.
Little Dipper.
Mm-mm.
And I see it every night. It's clearly a dipper.
It's not the Little Dipper.
It's a fucking spoon. Bruh.
Nope.
Why did our, hold on. Sorry, my Xfinity,
Heard you talking about it.
No, it detected a person outside. hose at my house.
Did you get a delivery?
No, not till next week.
Why do you have to make such
Matt's
a
walking
face?
the dog.
Oh
Why is
my
he walking
god,
Lulu?
that face
Oh, you
you
have
made.
to eat, dude.
Oh my
I should
god.
probably put you out there.
I told you your dogs are so high maintenance.
He's fine. He can eat later.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
So, my case is the crash of Eastern Airlines Flight 401.
Oh my god. Hold on, bitch. I'm pretty sure that's on my list of things to do, and now I can cross it off. Oop, I can cross off the red ghost. Hey.
So, this, mostly my information all came from a morbid podcast episode.
It is on here. Right there. Also, isn't that, you know what? I'm going to let you tell it.
Okay. You can read my notes.
I can't. Did you just make that knocking noise?
No, I didn't hear a knocking noise.
Was it me? Was this the one with that cult leader lady?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Okay.
Cool. Don't look into that at all.
I won't. So this is another plane crash in the Everglades. Continue on my little
She
saga.
wiggles her head. What saga?
My haunted Everglades weird shit that happened.
That was not in the Everglades. That was Myrtle's plantation in Louisiana.
Folks, she doesn't know what I'm talking about. I had like a whole thing where I was doing some Everglades stuff.
No, you were doing like spooky forests or something.
I'm not really sure either.
Definitely did not do anything Everglades.
It was like a whole thing of...
No,
Okay.
bitch, that was people who were like lost in national parks.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the Everglades is a national park, but this will be the first person you have covered in the Everglades National Park.
No, I did another plane crash in the Everglades.
No, I did that plane crash and it wasn't in the Everglades.
I did it.
I did a plane crash and it wasn't in the Everglades. It was the one that lady survived.
I don't think we can make it past this episode.
You didn't do a plane crash. Did you do a plane?
Yes, it was the like bombers and they flew out of... It was like the military planes
the
and they
missing
disappeared.
flight. Yes, in the Bermuda Triangle. That wasn't in the Everglades though.
It was. They were there at some point.
Over the ocean. We're gonna fight.
Oh my god, you're not on TikTok. I was gonna tell you the Southern grandpa. It's this lady. She's dressed up as an old man. She carries around this fake chicken, and like she'll like say something, and then everyone's like, "No, Ralph, it's this," and she's like, "Okay."
Wow, TikTok's just a gold mine of material. Gotta love it.
He's like, "Merry Christmas." They're like, "Ralph, it's Thanksgiving." Okay.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Okay. All right, let's get back into it. See, this is why I'm always out of breath on all the recordings.
I was just going to wait to see how long you let me do that.
I was going to let you go and go. Okay. So, December 29th, 1972. So, right after Christmas.
Wow. The 70s.
Yep.
So much stanky pussy. Judy's stanky pussy.
I'm naming this episode Judy's Stanky Pussy.
I don't think you can use the word pussy like that.
Well,
if it was like Pussycat, maybe.
Eastern Airlines Flight 401 took off from JFK Airport for a 3-hour flight to arrive at Miami International Airport with 163 passengers aboard. The flight took off at 9:20, just as scheduled. This plane was pretty new and very, very state-of-the-art. So fancy. The airline...
What was state-of-the-art about it? Did they have nice bidets?
No, I would. Actually, no, I don't.
I have never actually used a bathroom on an airplane before. I am too scared to get up. Not because of turbulence, but because I don't like other people watching me walk to the bathroom. Because in the back of my head, they're all going to say, that girl's going to go poop in the bathroom.
Look at this dumb bitch getting up and walk into the bathroom.
I'm very
Yeah, that was me in
self-conscious.
high school. Okay.
Oh, well, that's me in my 30s.
So the airlines had just purchased it about 5 months earlier. So not only had it passed all inspections with flying colors before the flight, but it also far exceeded FAA safety regulations and guidelines because it was like so brand new. Like everything was perfect. Everything worked. Go ahead. What did you need?
No, I just remembered what made me want to do this story, and I'm so excited.
Okay. I hope I mention whatever that is.
You will. You
Okay.
just said it was going to be in part 2.
Oh, okay. The plane had only 936 hours of flight time since being built, which was very standard for planes in that time frame.
Rad.
The captain flying the plane this evening was Robert Loft. Captain Robert Loft. God, she's so unhinged over there. I can't even tell a story. You're so distracting.
I just keep hearing weird noises. It's fucking freaking me out. Go on. I'm so sorry. I'm just backing up from the table just in case it's me that's making those noises.
Okay.
I'm listening, Dr. Robert Croft.
No, Captain.
Captain Robert Croft. You know me. I don't do titles. You might as well be Mr. Blah Blah.
Master Robert Loft. He had.
Are you related to Laura?
That's Croft.
What was his name?
Loft.
Sorry. Wow. Go on. Do go on.
That's a great podcast.
Do go on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Wonderful.
He had flown for Eastern Airlines since 1951 and was regarded as a great pilot by all of his instructors. Even recent instructors had sung his praises when training him on this particular type of plane.
Nice.
The only complaint from his instructors was
He
that...
was handsy.
Yeah. That he get corrective lenses before continuing to fly planes. I was shocked by
It was
that.
me screaming at you saying, bitch, get LASIK!
I feel like you have to like pass an eye test before you fly,
yeah.
whatever, okay?
You have to in like the army too.
The first officer for the flight was Albert Stockstill, and the second officer was Donald Rebo.
Fun names.
Mm-hmm. They both had almost just as much flight experience as the pilot, Robert, and they had both passed all the training for this new plane. Everyone on the crew had just come off of their required 14 hours of rest after 9 hours in the air, which was like the FAA rules at the time. So after you work 9 hours, you have to rest for 14 before you can...
I think it's like very similar to like driving semi-trucks.
Yeah. So the flight seemed to go perfectly until it was time for descent into Miami. Captain Loft's first step was to put the landing gear into the downward position. When he did that, a green light should appear to the crew in the cockpit to let them know that the landing gear is locked into place correctly, and then they will be ready for landing. So after he does this, the light doesn't go on. So the captain tried it again, and the light still did not go on. So of course, he's concerned the landing gear was not going to lock into place for landing. He radioed the tower at Miami International at 11:34 p.m.
Really quick, you said this happened in the 1950s?
70s.
70s.
It was 1972.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had been a pilot for almost 20 years with Eastern
he
Airlines.
started in the 50s. Okay.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, so he radioed the tower at 11:34 p.m. He told them the issues he was having and that he needed to circle in the air. They told him to climb straight ahead to 2,000 feet and to begin his descent again, hoping that that would give them time to work out the issues with the landing gear.
What? Who's going to work out the issues? It's not like they have
The
a
crew.
fucking...
That's their job. They have to.
They can't get outside the plane to work on the landing gear.
So 1 minute later, Captain Loft radioed the tower saying that they are still unable to get the landing gear locked into place.
That's why you landed in the water.
Okay.
Gently.
The plane had plenty of fuel, which gave them time to work out the issue. The tower told them again to climb to 2,000 feet and begin the descent again once they figured out what the problem was.
So they're just gonna, that's their plan. Keep them in the air and
Mhm.
figure it out. Just figure it out. That's fine.
Captain Loft instructed Albert Stockstill, his first officer, to turn on autopilot so they could work on whatever the issue was. This new plane had the most advanced autopilot system in history. It was the first autopilot to actually be able to land the plane on its own if that were needed. Which is crazy. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So it almost makes pilots obsolete.
Yeah. So Stockstill engaged the autopilot as they got to work fixing the issue. Stockstill unscrewed the instrument cover where the green light control was. He took out the light bulb and blew into it. And
Did he really think the issue was the light bulb? He was like, well, the light's not on, so it's not working.
Maybe it was just something in the instrument panel there.
Yeah, but like, okay. All right. Okay. Maybe he was just like, maybe the light's faulty. Maybe if I screw it back on, it'll work.
Right.
Maybe there's nothing actually wrong with the landing gear.
So, as he was reassembling, the light lens got jammed and he couldn't get it back together. Captain Loft instructs the second officer, Donald Rebo, to go into the forward electronic bay to visually check the alignment of the landing gear. So I guess once you're down there, like, you're supposed to be able to see.
Yeah, because it like folds up into the bottom of the plane.
Yeah.
So you should be able to see it.
So
in it.
He goes down into this little electronic space located under the cabin that they literally call the hellhole. And the lights are completely out. He can't see anything when he gets down there. He can't make out anything with the landing gear.
The electrics are just completely off.
Well, they don't know. So now they're just circling above with no way to tell if they're able to land. Passengers can see that
everyone's fucking freaking out.
Well, they can see that they're above the airport.
Another soda? Everything's fine. Do you have family at home?
So they can see that they're above the airport, and then they fly away from the airport into the pitch black, and then they return over the airport, and then they fly away again. So things are starting to get tense with the passengers.
To be fair, though, like, when I'm flying into an airport at night, I can never tell, because you are, like, circling a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't we on the ground yet? I'm always thinking that. I'm like, why is it taking so? It's because they have to do little baby circles. Little baby circles.
Yeah. You're like...
So I'm surprised the passengers were like, what's the deal?
At 11:39, Loft radioed Miami again to tell them that they were still having the issue and told them to maintain 2,000 feet.
What if they run out of gas?
Well, they
Over the Miami airport.
They luckily had so much gas.
Like it was just a short flight.
Yeah. Over the next few minutes, the tower sees that even though they had told them to maintain their height, the plane was
dropping. Oh my god!
The plane was slowly starting to descend. At first, it was a small drop of a couple hundred feet, but then
small drop. You know, those passengers fucking felt that. They were like, "Whoa, my dick is hard. What's going on?"
Is that what happens to you?
I don't know. I just imagine all the blood flows in one direction. If you're falling, your tip of your dick's hard.
I'm going to have to Google that later.
I don't know. I'm just picturing it.
And then there was a second drop of 900 feet.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You've come to full ejaculation at
From
that point.
2,000 feet, like, you're basically hitting trees.
You're free falling. Yeah. And that's not just fucking turbulence. You are free falling. 900 feet?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Somehow, while the crew was focused on the landing gear issue, they had failed to realize that they had somehow disengaged the autopilot.
Motherfucker Jones.
So the plane was free falling and they had no clue. I don't know how, because you can feel that, but okay.
Was there a third person in the cockpit?
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
So 2 are downstairs or whatever.
1 went down and the other ones are fiddling about. I don't know.
They're fiddling about, not paying attention to the fucking autopilot?
I assume that they're in panic mode.
I assume that they're idiots.
At 11:41, the tower radioed the crew and told them to course correct. Loft responded and asked for permission to get back into descent, not realizing how much elevation he had lost.
Oh my God.
About 20 seconds later, he radios the tower
I'm so sorry.
into descent. He wanted to start descending again.
Did that mean he got the landing gear working?
No.
Then why was he getting ready? Why did he want to descend if he still didn't have the landing gear?
I guess it was just like a pattern that they were supposed to be like just circling. It was like a descend and go up, and I don't know.
Maybe he got it working and it was like, yeah, I'm ready. And then they're like, well, you're like 10 feet off the ground, so just fucking do it.
No, the landing gear was still not engaged. Okay. So about 20 seconds later, he radios the tower back asking if he's still at 2,000 feet, which I feel like he could have figured that out very easily. This advanced plane, right?
Yeah. Unless he's still down below and the bozos are up top just pushing buttons.
I assume he's just panicking. Then seconds later, he can be heard shouting, "Hey, what's happening?" And then the transmission is cut off.
Oh, no. Oh.
Prior to this, flight attendants had noticed that the engines suddenly sounded off right before they felt the plane jerk forward into a nosedive position as the plane crashed into the swamps of the Everglades at 11:42 p.m.
Wow, that was quick.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? That was quick. I thought you were going to tell me a whole thing. No. It's just gone. It's crashed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I should probably wait. Are there survivors? How do you know that?
The tower communication.
Yeah, but it went out.
The tower communication with the plane went unanswered, and another plane radioed.
So it didn't go out.
Radioed the tower, letting him know that there was a large flash out west, and that they didn't know what it could be.
Oh.
Even though the skies were completely clear that night, there was a new moon, so the plane went down into complete pitch black.
What's a new moon? Is that like when it's fully black?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they went into like the pretty dense swampland, which like
there's literally no lights, there's no people, there's no houses,
and like
nothing.
The swampland, like it looks like a field of grass, but it's actually
filled with snakes
water
and alligators, and it's like 3 feet of water, and it's muddy, like quicksand.
Mm-hmm. So when the plane fell, the left wing was first to make the impact. Okay. This destroyed the left passenger side of the plane.
Like gone. Mm-hmm. Nobody survived from the left.
Right. The impact broke the plane into 4 sections, scattering people and debris for hundreds of feet.
Wow.
Thankfully, the marshy land softened the landing a little bit.
I was wondering because, like, it's not just like hitting water. You have, some of the brush and stuff to kind of like, and you got like the moss and all the
and
the
like
soft things.
There are like cypress tree areas, but like from what the pictures, it looked like it was just
like a flat land kind of thing.
Yeah, but there still is a lot of like.
Well, and like they do say there. Like hitting water is from a certain height, it's like hitting a solid object. So like, unless there was like a lot more brush, even then it's like, ugh.
So luckily there were some survivors, but their conditions were bleak, and they are stranded in the pitch black.
Probably severely injured with no sign of help anytime soon.
Right, surrounded by water and tons of jet fuel seeping into the water.
Was there like the plane on fire or anything like that?
It was, yeah. There was like an explosion.
Oh, God.
Yep. Some passengers were still strapped into their seats, while others were thrown from the wreckage.
In their seats or like... Because like, you know how some seats eject?
Like still attached.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all still attached.
Oh, God. That's my worst nightmare. Yeah. Oh, I can't get out of this stupid seat with the seatbelt. It's too tight.
Survivors reported hearing alligators and snakes all around them approaching the injured and deceased passengers. Even though some of these people had survived, they were very gravely injured and most were unable to move. A man named Bud Markey
it's always Bud.
had been out on his airboat that night teaching his friend how to hunt frogs.
Why? You're in the Everglades. There's so many different things
So-
to hunt. You can hunt alligators or boars or, I'm sorry, this crashing things. Snakes.
It's just Florida for
Frogs.
you.
I have frogs in my yard.
Yeah, I
Please
know.
come hunt them.
Anyway, he was the first on the scene after the crash. He had seen the bright flash from the explosion. Did I say?
He's like, they almost landed on my marijuana grow operation.
Yeah, teaching my friend to catch frogs. Just frogs. Okay. I feel like I messed up a word there anyway. But he had seen the explosion and was headed that way to see what was going on. He only had the light on his headlamp to see. So when he got close to the crash site, he would turn the engine off and listen, and then slowly proceed forward a few dozen feet and then cut the engine again and repeat the process.
Of his
Airboat.
Okay.
So an airboat is like a flat thing on top of the water with a giant fucking fan on the back of it, and it's
forces you over the water.
very loud. Yeah, and you
It's
basically
the original
float.
hoverboard.
Yeah, you float on top of the water.
Which, yeah, it is really loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to have like ear things when you
Yeah.
go on them. Ear things, like no,
You know,
earrings,
like these.
head cover
Muffs.
ears. Muffs. Muff. Oh, okay. Whew.
Bring back Muff. Bring back Muff.
I'll show you my muff.
No. Ew. No, you're about to have a baby. I don't want to see your Muff.
After the 5th time of doing this, they heard distant screams for help.
Also, that should be the name of the episode.
Bring
I'll
back
show you
Muff?
my Muff.
I'll show you my
Or
muff.
bring back Muff. Because I think Muff would be better received than pussy.
Okay. A lot of ideas here.
Write it down. Sorry.
So yeah, he heard distant screams for help. When Bud arrived at the crash site, he heard a man screaming, "I can't hold my head up anymore."
Oh my god, he's about to go into the swamp water with all the spiders.
Yeah. Ew.
That's
So
all I
he-
can think of is all the spiders floating on the surface. You've seen
I
that,
never
right?
once thought about that. Now I hate you. Thank you.
That's what I think of more. I'm not scared of the alligators. They don't want fuck all to do with me. They want the little Murphys. They want chihuahuas and like small dogs. They don't want us big things because we can fight back. I'm worried about the fucking spiders that float on top.
Listen,
of the
you're
water.
stressing me out.
And the moccasins.
Okay, so he rushed to the guy. Okay, he
Right.
finds him in the water, about to drown because
His seat is underwater, probably.
he's kissing the strength. That is
Killing?
because he's
Missing?
losing strength
Oh,
to
wow.
keep his head above water. Bud jumps in the water and pulls this man out.
We all need a Bud in our life.
Yeah, I mean, from here out, they just talk about Bud and not his friend. I don't know. His friend was like, "Oh, I'm not into this, bye," and just jumped in the swamp. I don't know. As he's doing so, he looks around and he says all he can see is twisted metal and bodies.
Ugh.
They must have been overwhelmed because he was just him and like hundreds of people.
Yeah, and you said 160 something were on this plane?
That's just the passengers. I think there was
Probably like
maybe
10,
like
10 crew members.
What's 77 plus 99?
Bitch. 160 something.
It's 176, I think. So there was like 10 crew on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was it? 77?
77 plus 99, so it would be 176.
176 bodies, just about.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, it doesn't sound like that much, but then, like, if you picture, like, that's just wild.
It's just him. He's like the only one there. He said years later that he was, quote, "just one man in the midst of all of this. I'm no doctor. I didn't know what to do." He said the minute he jumped into the swamp.
No, and this is the fucking 70s. They didn't have cell phones. What are you
Yeah.
supposed to do? You can't call for ambulances to come
No.
out into the middle of the Everglades. You're in
Yeah.
the middle of a swamp. Like,
Yeah.
what? Ugh. That's stressful.
He said the minute he
Poor
jumped in the swamp, his legs began to burn from the jet fuel.
Ugh.
The Coast Guard had been dispatched, but the swamp had...
What are the Coast Guard gonna do? They're in the ocean.
They have planes and helicopters.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Rad.
So they were...
That just had big boats.
But the swamp had extinguished the initial fire from the impact. With it being so dark that night, they had to work extra hard to locate the crash site. Fortunately, Bud...
he hadn't even found the crash site? This was just like the scattered passengers and shit?
No, he found the crash site.
But the Coast Guard couldn't
Coast
find the
Guard,
crash
they're
site.
just like, okay, we know it's in this general direction, but it's dark and they can't see anything, and now there's no fire.
Oh my God. So they were just walking around the fucking dark and...
flying around.
Sorry.
Fortunately, Bud was there, and when he heard the helicopters, he used his headlamp to signal them. What was that?
This is what Bud's doing.
Oh, okay.
He's waving his hands in the air going, woo! Hi! Shooting his guns. Boo, pew, pew, pew! Hi! Over here! Is that helpful?
Thank you, yes.
It's a visualization.
Yeah.
I'm Bud! Hey!
Get your headlamp going.
Where's my elephant hat? Over here! Okay.
So he was even able to help them locate a nearby area for the helicopters to land.
Oh my
And
God,
then
he's such a sweetie.
I know. He used his airboat to transfer the members of the Coast Guard to the crash site. 2 of the flight attendants who were able to move began to gather the other passengers who were also minorly injured, and they began to sing Christmas carols to maintain their spirits.
When did this crash happen?
December 29th.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was like the only songs they could probably think of because they've been grocery shopping for the last months, and they were just like, oh my God, these are the only songs in our head right now. Silent night.
Oh, God, that's so hurtful. Additional helicopters circled above to provide light to the crash site. When they did find a survivor, they would load them onto Bud's airboat to be transported to the waiting helicopter or the closest land to then be transported to the local hospital. Captain Robert Loft was found still alive in the cockpit.
Well, then he should just kill himself, right?
No.
That's how it should happen, because aren't you supposed to go down on a ship?
Dies, Rel.
Oh, no, I'm really sad.
But his condition was really bad. One of the first responders that found him told him just to hang on a little longer.
Oh.
There were more people coming, but he said, no, I'm going to die. And then he did shortly pass after that pass away at the scene. God,
I'm sorry.
You ruined it.
I'm going to die. And now I'm dead.
Don Rebo was also located alive, but passed away at the hospital. Locals had begun to make their way to the crash site and began looting stuff from the bodies they found floating in the water.
Okay. Wow.
Florida.
That is so wild and fucked up. Okay. I have so many questions. Okay,
let's go.
Number 1. I forgot what number 1 was because you just flabbergasted me with that last sentence.
So, Don Rebo was located alive but passed away at the
I was
hospital.
going to say, what were like the majority of the causes of death? Was it like fire? Like, was it burns, or was it like,
I think
did they
just
drown,
like the impact.
or
being,
so
thrown
like
from a plane.
bones and,
That
like,
whole
serious blunt force trauma and shit.
The whole left side was like disintegrated.
Okay.
So
okay, and then my second question.
Okay.
Where the fuck were these people from if they're hearing like they hear a plane crash and they come to loot it?
Florida. Okay.
What the motherfuck?
So I'm gonna have to stop it there.
Is this the end of part 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you bitch!
And I wasn't sure, and I'm glad because we're already at an hour. But I will say, I have to tell you, investigators found that the landing gear was locked into place.
So it wouldn't have come down.
Which was troubling because obviously they reported it wasn't working. When they further investigated, they found that the issue was that the green light bulb was burned out.
Oh my God. Never trust a light bulb.
Yeah.
But never trust a light bulb.
The landing gear was 100% fine and completely locked into place, which is crazy.
So, like, if somebody was down in the hell hole or whatever, and somebody was up top, and he could have said, hey, flip on the landing gear. Let's see if it opens up. They would have seen it open up, and it would have been fine. But they didn't do that because they were too focused on pushing all these buttons up top and making sure the light worked.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
I even asked that like before. I'm like, who the fuck cares about the light? Who cares if the light works? If the thing works.
But like, also, I feel like it was all in like a very short time.
Yeah,
period.
it was probably
they were
like very
panicking because it went down at 11:42. The plane crash. And he radioed the tower initially at 11:34 to tell them he was having issues. So it's like 7-ish minutes of like panic. I can't do math, so
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the times. I just know it was like around 11 o'clock.
Yeah. So
that's really sad. I'm really mad that I told my story because like if you had told your story, then I could have heard all 2 parts today. We have time. It's only 6:45.
I have to go home and decorate my house for Christmas.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably won't.
I guess I'll have to wait for like 2 weeks.
Mm.
Actually, after we end this, we do need to talk about when we're going to get together again because 'tis the fucking season for us not being able to record very often. So,
well, I don't know.
We'll figure it out later.
Anyway, we love you. You're beautiful.
Make smart decisions with your money. Don't be bamboozled this Halloween season. What? I gotta say, the other day at work, I have to like fucking date all these things all the time. And I'm like, do y'all not have a calendar? You can date this shit yourselves. But I have been writing October blah blah for like a week and a half. I can't stop. It's really annoying. It's still October in my brain. Where the fuck did November go? How is it the second week of December?
It's always October in your brain.
It is always October, but like Christmas is almost here. It's literally, oh my god, it's in 2 weeks and like 4 days. I haven't even started jumping in. I hate Christmas. I hate Christmas. I'm the Grinch. I hate buying people presents. It stresses me out to no end.
Will you drink a fancy warm beverage and put on some Christmas music?
I'm drinking bourbon. It warms my soul.
Okay. Well,
and
friends,
my house is covered in Christmas stuff. Well, like lights.
Like the skeleton.
My
outside.
husband tried. I got my nieces. I'm sorry. I babysat my niece and nephew like last week or the week before. Oh, no, Black Friday. And so I was just like, oh, cool, child labor. I'm going to have them help me decorate my Christmas tree. So this girl, she just like pours out all my Christmas decorations and she just finds everything and she just starts putting it all over the house. All these Christmas decorations I hate so fucking much. I hide them from Matt every year because they're like from his family. They're like old, scary nutcrackers. They freak me out. I don't know why. They give me like nightmares. They're so scary. And she's like, oh my god, these are so cool. And she just starts putting them all over my house. Did you see any of them today?
No.
That's because I packed them right up after she left. I'm like, I can't fucking do it, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it with the Christmas. I do the lights and the tree. That's it.
Can we bring them to like be donated? You don't have to keep them.
He won't let me get
He
rid
won't
of them.
know. He won't know.
Let me.
He
Every
won't
year I unpack
know.
them and go, these are creepy. And he goes, no, they're not. And then I put them back in the box and put them in the closet.
He won't know.
He'll know if I unpack all my Christmas stuff and I don't go, oh, these are creepy.
Just say it every year.
Every year I'll
Right.
pull the wreath out and be like, this is creepy. And I'll be like, oh yeah, my nutcracker.
Just like write a
Because
reminder.
he certainly doesn't help me with the Christmas decorations.
On like the inside of one of the lids, just put a sticky note to say like,
Matt's scary decorations for Christmas.
say, quote, oh, these are creepy nutcrackers. I'm putting them back.
I have
and
to
shut
show
it.
you them. I don't know why they're so creepy. They're like the old school wood ones with the scary teeth. And they have beard hair that looks like real human hair. It's weird. Man. And she's like, these are so cool. And then like, did you notice that giant like gold Christmas tree thing hanging from my ceiling in my dining room?
Nope.
Well, when you walk out there, take a look at it because it's supposed to be a candle holder. But she was like, you have to hang out from that hook right there. And I'm going to put a note in there. And it's going to be a secret. And you can only open it after Christmas. And I'm like, okay, cool. So there's just a candle holder thing on my ceiling right now with a note in it. Just a piece of lined notebook paper. I can't wait to read it after Christmas.
Kids are so crazy.
She also found, I have like drawers in my dining room table that even I forget about. And she like found out about them and she just like opened them up. She's like, cool, we can put stuff in here. And she just started writing notes and putting things in there. And she was like, these are secrets too. And I have kept those secrets. I have not opened those drawers, mostly because I forgot.
Wow.
I can't wait for the next time she comes over. Because she's going to be like, wow, you really didn't look. Also, I forgot that was on your ceiling.
No, kids never forget. They never fucking forget.
You know what? You're absolutely right. They never do.
All right.
Okay.
Send your crazy stories to
fearfulfriendspodcast@gmail.com. Hopefully next week you'll have part 2. I will have maybe a Krampus story and then we can round out December and fucking finish this goddamn shit show over here. By golly. That was me being a prospector.
Oh.
From the last episode.
Right. Okay. God damn. All right. Bye.
I scared her. Bye.